Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to make a creamy poblano and chicken Mexican-inspired dish. The authentic title to this is Rajas con Crema. The first step is preparing your poblanos, and you want them into strip form. I made my poblano strips a day before. I roasted my poblanos. I'm going to show you how to do that in a really easy, fast clip right now. I'm using 5 large poblanos for this recipe. Now I've washed and dried off my peppers. Take a sharp knife and we're going to cut off the top of each pepper very close to the stem. Then you're going to take your knife, go on the inside of your pepper and cut off the remaining membrane that's holding your seed pocket. And then you can take a spoon, pop out that membrane with the seeds in it, and then you can go into your pepper and just pull out any excess membrane that you have in your pepper. Now we're going to give the pepper just a little knock on the counter here, just to get out any seeds. Now I'm using a sheet pan. It's got a nice lip around it, and that will keep any oils from the pepper from dripping into the oven. Plus, using foil will help with easy cleanup. We're going to place the peppers on our pan, leave a little space in between each pepper. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of cooking oil onto each pepper. And then we are going to use a pastry brush to coat the oil all over the peppers. That will help loosen up the skin as it's cooking. We're going to place our pan in a preheated 450-degree oven for 45 minutes. Just pulled these out of the oven. Oh, look at the skin. It's nice and blistered. You can see that it's just pulling away from the pepper on all the sides. We're going to cool these down just a little bit, but we want to help release the rest of the skin. So we're going to place these into a Ziploc bag. Just going to lay them in here flat. We're going to get the air out as much as you can. We're going to close it. We're going to let it sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to open up our bag. We're going to pull one poblano out. We're going to take a knife. Look at that. Right there. That's easy enough, right? Place my skin in there. We're going to peel all that skin off. It just comes off in sheets. Perfect like that. We're going to slice it down the middle, open it up. Look at that. There's no seeds. Usually people tend to take the back edge of the knife and try to get all those seeds out. That is clean. I'm going to cut this into strips, because that's what we're going to need for our recipe. Now, it's always a good idea to roast your poblano peppers if you're making them for a dish, because poblanos can have a really tough skin to them. We want to soften them up and get them off of there. You can make these the day before you want to make a recipe, so that way they're already ready. You can just place them in your refrigerator for up to 2 days, roasted like this, or you can put them in your freezer and they'll last longer there also. All right, look at that. Now that our poblanos are ready, let's start making that creamy poblano and chicken. I'm going to be using a deep skillet. We're going to place it over medium-high heat. We're going to add 4 tablespoons of butter. Get that going. We want to melt this, bring it to a sizzle. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to be slicing up 2 onions. Now I've already have 1½ onions already sliced up. I had just taken the ends off of the onion, peeled off that outer layer, then I cut it in half. Then just follow the lines of your onion to make your strips. And then we'll pop these into the melted butter and get those going. You can just pop them out of themselves for your strips. These will soften down. There we go. That's going to start smelling really delicious. This will take just a few minutes to get these onions nice and softened down. Now, this dish is a favorite of my husband's. If y'all don't know him, Thomas, who sits behind the camera. He's the background guy right there. And he loves this dish when we go out to eat Mexican food. And it's really delicious. I love the poblanos in it, because poblanos are they're milder than a jalapeno and just have a little more heat than just a green bell pepper. And it's so good, just adds just enough flavor. It's really good. The onions are softening down. They look really good. They're getting a little color to them, which is good. We're gonna add in some minced garlic. You need 1 teaspoon. Now, I've got some garlic paste here, and generally you can go in about equal portions. So I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon. You can even go up to 1.5. There we go. We'll mix this in for 1 minute. Get that garlic flavor all in there. Ooh-wee, that's smelling good. We're gonna take our poblanos that are in the strips. We're gonna add them. Let's see how much we want in there. All of them? My husband said all of them.
Yeah.
All of it. Put it all in there. All right, start heating those through. Now, when you cut your poblanos after they're roasted, you want to make sure they're in big strips. Did you know this dish is used for appetizer too? You can leave out the chicken, and then you can eat it with tostada chips. Yeah. It can be a side dish also without the chicken. If you want a complete meal, just add your cooked chicken in it, which we're going to do right now. We're going to add our cooked chicken. Now, I pulled mine off of a rotisserie, and then I just kind of sliced it just to kind of give it the feel of what the onions and the peppers are in slices here. Need about 2 cups. Yeah, that looks good. It's a meal. Put the chicken in. Might be about 3 cups for us here. We're going to add a can of corn. All right, I'm going to drain my corn. We're going to go in with some salt, about 1/4 teaspoon, black pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon. We'll taste for seasonings here in a little bit. Some ground cumin. Gotta get some Mexican flavors. Put it in there. About 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of chili powder. You can add as much or as little as you want. You don't even have to add it if you don't want to, but if you want to, it's part of that street corn flavor too. There we go. All right, let's stir this all up. Don't forget, we still got to make this creamy. We're going to add in, this is Crema Mexicana sour cream, or you can use regular sour cream. This container has 15 ounces. I'm going to mix that in. We're going to heat this through. It'll take about 5 minutes. And I'm going to add in right now, to help melt it, 4 ounces of cream cheese. This is block style. I kind of cut it into strips, and I'll place them around. I kind of brought it to room temperature to help melt it. And there's still something happening, so stick with me. Lower your heat to a medium. We're going to simmer this for just a few minutes. Make sure at this time, grab a spoon, give it a taste. If you need to add more salt, pepper, chili powder, or cumin, now is the time. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. I did add some extra salt, pepper, cumin powder, and chili powder, and that's perfect. Can't do this dish without Oaxaca cheese. Now, if you can't find this cheese, you can use like a Swiss cheese or a Monterey Jack cheese. You can use those also. But it's definitely pronounced way different than what it says, right? I'm going to start with 4 ounces. Okay. We're going to stir this in until the cheese melts. My husband's drooling.
A little bit.
Ooh, does that not look good? Nice and creamy, roasted. poblano in chicken, which is a rajas con crema. We just added chicken to it. I think we're done. Turn off the burner. I'm going to show you how we're going to serve it up. We're going to eat ours in tortillas. Y'all, it's cheesy. It smells delicious. We're going to put some fresh cilantro on top. I'm going to give it a try. What is going on in there? A lot of flavor. And it's not like spicy, okay, you guys? But it's very delicious. Wow. That cheese just took it way over the top with those poblanos. They're so delicious. Give me a thumbs up on this one and make sure you comment down below if you're new to the channel. Make sure you share with your family and friends because you know they're going to want to make this and then you can go over there and have some. And just make it yourself. Okay, you guys, I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.